I've always been intrigued by those super realistic simulation games, but sometimes they can just be a little bit too realistic. Foreshadowing? Perhaps, but let's just get into it. We got Snowrunner for the Xbox Series X. So the title Snowrunner is a little misleading because the game's not entirely played in the snow, but it's basically a trucking and cargo moving simulator that takes place in snowy areas. But there's also other areas, so don't just think that it's all snow. You start by playing through the tutorial, which shows you the main aspects of the game, which is to drive a scout vehicle, which is just a normal pickup truck, in order to find these watchtowers and uncover more of the map, so it's like open world where you discover more as you go. Along the way, you can complete tasks to earn money and level up and earn and buy more equipment and trucks and do even more tasks and such, which is where a lot of the larger trucks come into play in the later stages. You can buy trailers, you can help move cargo around the area, which, like I said, it's a trucking simulator. That's what it's all about. But like I've said in other reviews, I'm finding a lot of PC game ports that the controls are a little wacky, like moving into four-wheel drive is L, B, and X, and there's a bunch of different commands and controls, but I feel like a simple one going from two-wheel to four-wheel drive shouldn't be a two-button combo. A lot of the controls are two-button combos, which makes playing on a controller a little bit cumbersome. I liked this game so much. I really did. It was so fun for the first hour, maybe. I went to work and I was really excited to come home and play it again. And then I got through the tutorial and I went to Alaska and I started doing missions there. And it just went downhill really, really fast. It completely changed the way I saw the game. So I bought a trailer for my pickup truck to get some supplies, and I noticed I was slightly low on gas. Not low, but I needed gas, so I turned into a snow-covered road, and I got stuck pretty fast. Now I was expecting the game revolving around delivering cargo on snowy or muddy conditions to have some spots where you could potentially get stuck, but I did not fathom how frequent it truly would be, or how stuck I would get myself. I really hope future post-editing Cole shows the entirety of how long I was stuck. I had to have been there for at least 10 or 15 minutes, and this is something you just never, ever want to have in a game, where you want to play it, but you literally have to sit there just being stuck in the snow. I had to use my winch and attach it to a tree and pull myself foot by foot to get through to the gas station, which I know I would have to reset and lose the trailer that I just bought, so I had to go back to Michigan hoping that I wouldn't get stuck in that section of the game. But then after I went back to Michigan, it was the mud instead of the snow, so I got stuck in the mud probably 2 or 3 more times. It was just one of the biggest turnoffs to a game I've experienced in my YouTube game reviews, maybe ever in my gaming life. Along with that, the gaming controls just seemed off too. Like if you were steering, you had to wait for the steering wheel to turn. I suppose big rigs have the big steering wheel, and it takes a long time to go from all the way right to all the way left. But it made all my steering adjustments delayed. I actually had to use the first-person driving view to see where the steering wheel was at, so I don't usually go first-person by preference, but I just had to do it in this game to play the game better. I know I've been really hard on this game so far, but do I think it's bad? No, I don't think it's a bad game. That first hour I played it, it was really fun and I enjoyed it, and I was so excited to come home and play it, but the next 3 or 4 hours playing it just completely ruined the experience for me. The trucking's fun, and trying to steer your way through the city streets and doing the tasks and missions is really fun, but they seem to be structured in a progressible way that you have to explore the dark parts of the map by driving to the watchtowers, and the possibility of getting stuck just really deterred me from exploring, and I couldn't really progress any further than that. My experience was actually so ruined that I uninstalled the game. That's right, you heard me, I rage quit. Well, not rage quit, I rationally uninstalled the game and I wanted to download something else. But it was a game that had me hooked and I liked driving the trucks, but when it's a chore to progress and actually play the fundamental parts of the game, you just gotta make the decision. Well, it doesn't make it onto any list that I have currently going, and it's not historically bad like some of the other games I've played. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and it will always remind me of the high expectations I had, but for now, no list. Well, now that I got more space on my hard drive, I can download something that's at least more fun to play, so that gives me hope. Not too much hope, though. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for watching. I'll start working on a new review soon. See you then.